Hey everybody, Chris here. I'm getting into Dogecoin mining. We're going to talk about that in this video. Please be sure to subscribe to my channel. Hit that little notification bell too. You can be notified when my new videos come out, as well as when I do live streams. And many of you know I've been talking about Dogecoin mining for the past number of months, and that probably near the end of the summer, I was going to start exploring it and getting into it, and that is happening now. So let's get into it. Let me show you what I'm looking at on Dogecoin mining. And we start here looking at the current Dogecoin chart, and Dogecoin is down this morning 21.76 cents. And so not much to talk about on the Dogecoin news and charts right now. Join me on my live stream. Thursday afternoon, 4 o'clock will be my next live stream. Again, I'm live just about every day around 4 o'clock in the afternoon East Coast time, where you can ask more questions and we can talk about cryptocurrency overall, and particularly about Dogecoin mining. If you have some questions after this video, you can leave a comment below, and I will get to you as well. But for now, it was a good time, I thought, to talk about Dogecoin mining and getting into mining because the price is a little lower. So there are deals and specials on Dogecoin miners. I'm going to tell you what I'm getting into specifically. Now, I'm not one of those mining YouTube channels. There's Vosk and Red Panda and others that you can go and look at their videos, and they've got these huge like home setups with these huge electrical grids, right, where they can just plug in like any miner into their power. I'm at home and I was like, I'm looking at Dogecoin mining, and I'm just like, if I want to get into Dogecoin mining, what am I going to do, right? So here's an overview. Dogecoin mining involves using specialized hardware to solve complex computational problems, a process known as proof of work. That is how Dogecoin is set up, as a proof of work cryptocurrency. Okay, so for those who are just learning about this, right? Ethereum used to be proof of work. It went over to proof of stake, so there's no more mining. Bitcoin is proof of work. Litecoin is proof of work. I think Ethereum Classic is proof of work. So, along with, and I'll talk about Litecoin in a minute and how that works with Dogecoin. But there's Solana and there's Cardano and others that are all proof of stake. So they don't have mining, okay, and that's not what secures the network. But Dogecoin is proof of work, and we can talk about that more during the live stream on exactly what that is. But essentially, the mining does validate the transactions on the blockchain. It keeps the blockchain safe and secure. And then for Dogecoin, it's every 1 minute, right? Every minute there is a roll up of all of the transactions to a new block that is formed, and that new block then also creates new Dogecoin, which is awarded to the miner who solved the computational equation with their mining rig. And so that's how Dogecoin works. Dogecoin inflates in the number of Dogecoin because it's the Dogecoin that's awarded to the miners that keeps the blockchain safe and secure. So Dogecoin, like Bitcoin, uses a proof of work system to secure its network. Miners complete a specific number, a nonce it's called, that results in a hash value that then is essentially finding the correct nonce, adds the next block to the blockchain, and is rewarded with Dogecoin. So we talk about ASIC miners, there's GPU mining and others, and if you want to use your own computer to mine, you're not going to get much Doge, because now the hash rate is up. And the hash rate is up such to a point where you really have to have these specialized mining rigs. And you have to use the mining software, and typically that software is integrated into whatever miner you get, and so you either connect to a mining pool or you do solo mining. And I'm probably going to start with a pool mining first, and then you want to know if you're profitable. We'll look at that in a little bit on electricity costs, hardware costs, and how that can all work together. Be careful about cloud mining. Most of the cloud mining stuff that's out there appears to be a little scammy to me. So, and then we'll talk about script algorithm. That's what Dogecoin uses. We'll talk about merge mining with Litecoin, And of course, with Dogecoin, right, we have this great community, right, an adoption of Doge. And that is what makes it attractive. And me, of course, talking a lot about Dogecoin, I've been wanting to get into Dogecoin mining. Now, you can go onto the Dogecoin.com website, and you can go into their Dogepedia, and you can look at mining Dogecoin. And they've got a very good overview in here about Dogecoin. But it's interesting, in 2014, Dogecoin was modified to allow merged mining with the same proof of work algorithm called script, and that was with Litecoin. And so we talk about Litecoin and Dogecoin a lot together because Litecoin actually helped Dogecoin stay away from a 51% or proposed 51% attack on Doge back in 2014. And so Litecoin and Dogecoin kind of, they work together in that way. So that's pretty cool. You can hook up to a mining pool, you can mine Dogecoin and also get Litecoin and others at the same time. And that's pretty attractive to me as well. So you can read about ASIC miners and what they are here. Can you mine with a GPU? You're not going to get much. And they tell you that here. So this is a pretty good overview that is on Dogecoin.com. So this is what some of you have seen me refer to dogechain.info. This is the online, this is the blockchain right here. And you can see all the transactions on the Dogecoin blockchain as they happen live. You can see them here as they're happening. And every minute there is a new block that is created. And the block number and all that. There's 5.8 million blocks on the Dogecoin blockchain here. So, and over here is the miner distribution. You can see these are the mining pools that are mining the most Dogecoin. So if you want to solo mine, you're battling against, there's this one mining pool that gets 24% of the Dogecoin. So if you mine as part of that, you're going to get a little Dogecoin, right, every minute or every 4 minutes. If 1 out of every 4 minutes, this mining pool is the one that, creates the new block, then you're going to get a little bit of that Doge. So I'm probably going to start with a mining pool and not try and do solo mining. Of course, mining Dogecoin is in the news this week. We covered this the other day. The Trump family-backed digital marketing firm, Thumbs Up Media, is acquiring Doge Hash Technologies. Doge Hash Technologies is a big mining company that mines Dogecoin. So the Trump family is getting into Dogecoin mining. So that's the big news. We covered that the other day. We can talk about more. Now, when I was at the Bitcoin conference in May, I went and looked at Antminer, right? Bitmain's Antminer. The L9 is the biggest one. And it was like, this is, everyone's talking about the Antminer. Well, the Antminer costs like $8,000, $9,000. And I talked to them about it. And I told them what I was interested in. And they said, yeah, you're not going to run this at home. This thing is so loud. And you need a specialized plug for power. And especially you'd have to hire an electrician to come in and set up a plug. And then you're going to have to do some kind of acoustic thing and cooling thing and specialized. Which is why I say you can go see those other videos on YouTube. And you can see the Antminer L9s. And it's just like, that's not what I wanted. But then I talked to the guys at Terra who will host your miner, so you can buy your miner and send it to them, or you can just buy it through them, and then they host it for cheaper power. And then you're getting your Doge through them, and they're taking a little slice, right? They take a little slice of the Doge that you are awarded, right, through mining. So you could do it that way, but is that really yours then? I mean, you don't even see it. It's over in some other state somewhere, right? Texas or Indiana or wherever they are. And that's not what I wanted to do. So in my continued search, I came across ElphaPex. And ElphaPex, right now, they've got this thing called a DG Home One. This is what I'm going to do. And they are $670 off right now for the Home, the DG Home 1. And this is the one, I think, because now they've got a DG2 that's going to be coming out. It's going to be $7,500. It's going to be better than the unMineable L9. It's going to be better than the L9. And then they're going to have a DG2 Plus, which even has, much higher. I mean, if you really want to mine and be serious about it, but then you need the special plugs and all of that. They've got a light miner, 4,300. Again, it's going to be specialized power. I'm not interested in that. I want to mine at home. And so this is the one I'm looking at. Now, for this, there is a sale. There's a special promo, $670 off. And I've been talking to them now, and they like what I'm doing and talking about Dogecoin, and they say, look, we will partner with you, and if you use this code here, when you check out, if you want to get one of these, you'll get an additional $200 off. So you'll be able to buy one of these for $900. Be $900 for this. And this is what I'm doing. But I am partnered with them, so I do get a little bit of a commission if you buy through me. I got a link below for the DG Home 1. And what is the DG Home 1? Well, the DG Home 1 is it's an ASIC miner. This is not a GPU miner. It's an ASIC miner. It's liquid cooled. It's quiet, and it uses normal house power. Now, you should check the amperage of your house versus what the specs say here, just to make sure all is good. But this is one you're going to plug in. Now, they're not shipping till September now, but their deal is now for the next 2 weeks, is what their special is, which is why I'm talking about it now. And you can go on to ElphaPex on x.com, X Twitter, and you can read about the DG Home 1 here. For years, mining Doge and Litecoin meant one thing: scale, rows of machines, industrial power, warehouse noise. Well, the DG Home 1 is different. This is one that you just plug it in. It comes in a box, you unbox it, you plug it in, and it works. It starts up. That's it. Now you have to then do the mining pool, and you gotta set up. You can do Wi-Fi at home with this, but I think you have to plug it in first to your network directly just to get it first connected, and then you can move it anywhere in your house, and you can flip over to Wi-Fi with this. Is how that's going to work, and it's about who's participating, and it's just like, this is at home, and this is what they're doing, is they are marketing this for home mining of Doge. But you also with this, rig here, you can mine bells as well. So it gives you bells coins, and I think it gives you some of this other, it gives you some other stuff too, depending on, it depends on the mining pool that you set up with. But you can get Litecoin, Dogecoin, and bells for this. Now, you do $1,100, you would add to the cart or buy now, and then when you get there, then, well, first you're going to have to do a KYC, right? You're going to have to give them your name, you got to give them your address, right? They're going to want you to see your passport. These are all legit guys, so you got to know that up front, that's going to be coming when you order one of these. But then, in the checkout, you put in your code and you get $200 off that. So it's $900, and then the shipping costs will be on top of that. And if there are some other taxes on top of that. But that is what it looks like. It looks pretty good. You can just set up right in your kitchen, and it helps heat during the wintertime because it's going to blow out some hot air. It's liquid cooled. It doesn't need special cooling, just regular. The regular temperature of your room is fine, but you can see that it's a normal power supply. It's a normal power supply for your house. And so that's why I'm attracted to this. This is what I'm going to be doing. Now, we can go to miningnow.com, And you can look at the ASIC miner profitability. You can go miningnow.com. You can click on Doge. We can find it down here on the list. I mean, there's a lot of, you can look at the Bitmain miner L9s, right? You can look at the different versions of that. But again, those L9s are what? Those are the ones you can't set up at home. And I wanted something to set up at home. Plus they're like $8,000 to $10,000. And you can now get this DG Home 1 here for less than $1,000 with my code. So, and you can do Doge, Litecoin, and Bells with the current price of how this is, of how the ElphaPex DG1 Home is operating. What you do is you come up here and you put in what is your, how much is your electricity costing you? So if you're 13 cents a kilowatt, right? You are real-time mining profit about 88 cents a day. Now that 88 cents a day, right? That's based on the $1,000 box, but you'd be getting it for less. $900 if you use my link below, right? You'll be getting less. Now, that's not a lot, right? 88 cents a day, but that's based on the current price of Dogecoin, which we know is, right, 21 cents. As the price of Dogecoin goes up, right, you'll be making more money. And the Dogecoin that you earn now through mining at 21 cents, as the Dogecoin price goes up, you'll be making profit on that Doge. So you got to work that into your equation. I want to do this also to help the Dogecoin network, be part of the network, be part of mining. That's part of why I want to get into this. But I mean, you can check this out yourself on miningnow.com, and you can play with this and look at whatever your power costs, just to judge it. But right now, as long as your power is cheap enough, you can be somewhat slightly profitable now, which will grow. I mean, this is going to get in the fall if Dogecoin takes off in price. I mean, all the miners are going to cost more. So this is what I'm looking at, guys. Let me know in the comments below, what do you think right now off the bat? If you're interested, we're going to talk more about mining Dogecoin during my next live stream, so join in there. Give the video a like if you haven't already. Please subscribe to my channel. I appreciate the support. We'll see you next time.